Elara Vance at Sterling & Company was a master of subtraction. As a senior financial analyst, she meticulously subtracted errors, superfluous costs, and most importantly, herself from the spotlight. She wore thick-framed glasses and neutral colors, projecting an image of quiet, reliable efficiency. She understood that the more invisible she was at work, the safer she was in her second life. When the office cleared out and the city lights came on, Elara became Aura, the internet's most celebrated, fierce, and poetic art critic. Aura's essays on authenticity, light, and the emotional necessity of vulnerability were viral, commanding a massive following. Elara guarded this identity fiercely, terrified that the moment the quiet accountant and the passionate writer met, her carefully constructed world would crumble. The threat arrived in the form of Thorne, the charming new director of digital strategy. Caleb was a storm of charisma, needing Elara's steady hand to anchor his creative budgets. They were forced into proximity, and soon, their late-night sessions turned from numbers to whispered confessions about life and ambition. Caleb quickly saw the hidden intensity behind Elara's glasses, and the unspoken connection between them grew intense, complicated by her secret. The moment that crystallized Elara's fear came when Caleb, discussing his team's need for inspiration, referenced her alter ego. "We need raw emotional honesty, the kind that Aura writes about," he declared with sincere admiration. "She just gets it." Elara, sitting at her desk, felt a physical jolt. He admired the courage she wrote about, while simultaneously falling for the Elara who diligently hid it. The secret was now a high, treacherous wall between them. The great challenge arrived in the form of the year-end mega-pitch. Elara was selected to present the company's most crucial, multi-million-dollar strategy to the famously ruthless executive council. It was her moment to claim a real future at Sterling & Company, but the pressure was overwhelming. Simultaneously, Aura received a prestigious offer, to deliver the keynote address at a major symposium, but only if she agreed to finally reveal her identity on stage. Elara was faced with an impossible choice: attend the pitch and keep her secret, or attend the symposium and expose her double life, risking her career and the fragile trust she was building with Caleb. The anxiety was paralyzing. Then, she pulled up her last unpublished essay by Aura: "The most costly audit is not of the books, but of the soul. True value is only discovered when the balance sheet of fear is zeroed out." The message was clear: she didn't need the pseudonym or the stage to be brave. The next morning, Elara walked into the boardroom having chosen her fate. She left her sensible glasses in her purse and traded her drab blazer for a bold, non-neutral color. She began the pitch, not by reading spreadsheets, but by telling a story, infusing her financial strategy with the intellectual fire of Aura. She spoke of market volatility not as a risk, but as a vulnerable, necessary moment of growth, where the greatest returns are found not in avoiding the shadows, but illuminating them. Her voice was clear, strong, and unforgettable. As she finished, the applause was instantaneous. Caleb, sitting in the front row, was motionless, his eyes wide with stunned recognition. He saw the intensity, he heard the lyrical cadence. It was all Aura. The moment the executives filed out, Caleb approached her. "Elara," he began, his voice soft but ringing with certainty. "That phrase, illuminating the shadows. I've been listening to that voice for years. I know that voice." Elara didn't deny it. She held his gaze, finally letting the wall crumble. "Aura is me, Caleb. The spreadsheets were just my way of affording to write the truth. I was terrified you'd find the financial analyst too mundane to love, and the critic too intense to handle." Caleb didn't recoil. Instead, his eyes softened with profound relief. "Elara," he whispered, "I didn't just fall for the smart, quiet woman at the next desk. I fell for the subtle fire I saw struggling to break through. You're not less than Aura, you are Aura." The greatest challenge, the collision of her two worlds, had resulted in a spectacular convergence. Elara realized that the secret identity only held power until she found the courage to reveal the whole, magnificent, contradictory truth. The inspiring message is this: the greatest secret you can ever reveal is your own authenticity. Don't wait for a special stage, bring your fire to the table you're already sitting at. The people meant to love you will love the whole, magnificent truth.